Right, everyone, I'm here with Jade Kevin Foster. I've just hit record, Jado, so this is it, mate. And guess what? There's not going to be any takes or any cuts. This is just go for broke and deliver. But first of all, I wanted to introduce you to the horror fans out there. There's a lot of people obviously know who you are. And I remember, when we were on set, I think you're doing the stunts or something like that. And even one of the crew was like, this Jade Kevin Foster fan, so you've definitely got a fan base out there. But what's it like, I guess, now being in the horror world, mate? I mean, hopefully you'll start to get fans or that you'd never thought you'd get before. What's that feeling like for you now?
It's very exciting, but also a little bit daunting because I'm not sure like how the horror world's gonna perceive me because I'm a little bit wild and a little bit like.
Hey, horror guys, you've got to check this fucker's Instagram, all right? Some of the stuff. He's the only guy I've met that will do an Instagram story. The whole thing's about Sweet 16.
Spread my wings.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
So, Jade, look, before we talk about, obviously, some of the stuff that we did in the antics and the stresses and the highs and lows of being on set, we met through a mutual friend, Shane Greaves, from Stage Addiction. Now, we met because I was doing my random little show, which is coming out this year. We're still working on the edit, The Dark Side, and we wanted to take you out Yowie hunting, right? To go on a bit of an adventure. You remember that?
Yes.
So, for everybody out there, Jade is that addicted to his phone that we didn't really tell him the truth. Like where we took him, there was literally no phone reception. He had to literally camp the night in the middle of the bush. And then I even took him out in the middle of the bush, in the middle of the night, with just night vision camera. But Jade, do you remember you were on the verge of breaking down and I had to drive you back to reception? Do you remember that?
I was literally there with my phone and I was like holding it up in the air trying to find where reception was. There was none. And I was full having a little bit of a meltdown.
It wasn't
like,
a fucking
inside.
Dude. This is the first time knowing Jade Kevin Foster, and I thought, fucking hell, he's going to have a heart attack. This guy's going to die. You know what I mean? But you know what? You pulled through. We went Yowie hunting, and that was a lot of fun. So, guys, if you ever get a chance to go out Yowie hunting with Jade Kevin Foster, right? Don't worry about the Yowies. Don't worry about anything else. Just the mosquitoes. Like this guy, I could do a whole dance video clip on him fucking injuring mosquitoes. Like I'm totally gonna put some sound effects to it, dude. But I think that's we fell in love with Jay. We thought this guy's a character, and although you'd never acted before, I thought we need to get you in a movie because I think that reality stuff is what you're born for. You were born to entertain people as the real Jay.
Thank you.
I mean, you really are. And to take you and put you in, out of your comfort zone and put you into a film, what was that like for you, bro?
It was something that I always had thought that I'd want to pursue and that I'd want to give it a try. Especially when we went out Yowie hunting in that scary, like at nighttime, anything that's quite scary, I'm not used to that. So it was completely out of my element. But to be given the opportunity to come and do a film, it was absolutely extraordinary. Like I enjoyed myself so much and I learned so much. And I'm pretty sure as well, like I know, and I've heard it from other people as well, that like coming out of that experience, like filming for however long we filmed for, and it was a hard gig. It was, I'm not going to lie, but I definitely learned a lot, and I definitely have grown a lot more, I think, as well, not just as a person, but as a professional in the industry. Now,
guys, I'm going to let something out of the bag that really, really spun me out. Now, working with Jade, I mean, those of you that know Jade are going to go, we fucking know this, but Jado and I, there was one day we had to shoot, right? And there was a dispute over wardrobe. We won't go into it completely, but I've never experienced this in my career. So, Jade, you popped my cherry with this one. Jade said to me, and if you remember, he said, if I'd have known that I was not going to wear a T-shirt, I wouldn't have drank soft drink because now I'm bloated.
Yeah, that is correct.
So, as a straight dude, I got to say, Jade, you remember I was fucking speechless.
It's true, though, because I was bloated. I wouldn't have drank any fizzy like 48 hours prior.
It was a very tense morning, but it was probably one of the funniest scenes in the movie when people watch it that you delivered. And you delivered some great stuff. But I think that, you know, as you said, you learn a lot throughout the journey, you know, as you went along. And dude, every time the financiers or the producers or people see this scene in question, the bloated scene, they piss themselves laughing. How did you go, again, from being this larger-than-life human to now having Chris fucking Sun say, you have to say that? How did that go, you know, dialogue learning for you and stuff?
You know what? I actually thought that was going to be one of my downfalls, was remembering, I don't even remember how to say remember just then, remembering my dialogue. But what I done is I just like taught myself a lot of different techniques. So I actually recorded each day before we would go in and do a scene, and what scene I knew that I was doing. Like a few days before, I would record myself doing the lines and then record whoever's line it was after mine. And then in the car, I'd listen to it on the way in, and I'd listen to it on my headphones, like while I was getting ready. So I'd make sure that I'd remember the line. So I taught myself a lot of like different techniques that seemed to work for me, which now I know work. So what I did was I listened to you, and I would go into hair and makeup. And when hair and makeup would make me and change me and make me look completely different, that's when I knew that I was Orion. I was no longer Jade Kevin Foster. As soon as I walked out of that makeup chair, and as soon as I walked out of hair and wardrobe, I was instantly Orion. For the whole day, I was Orion. I wasn't Jade anymore. Until I left that set, I was Orion.
I mean, there's moments, although I can't spoil it. So guys, you definitely got to see it. You got to see.
I'm not saying anything because I don't want to say anything that I shouldn't say, because I don't want to spoil anything either.
No, don't. Definitely don't. Look, obviously we worked with a lot of brilliant actors.
We did.
Some of them are actual, you know, full-time actors. Some of them are reality stars. There was yourself, you know, Instagram sensations, you know, and then up-and-coming actors that, you know, are trying to break it in there. And I think that that's what makes The Possessed so fantastic, is all these different, you know, people coming together to tell this story.
I honestly could not have wished for a better cast or a better crew. I really couldn't have. Like, I formed such a strong bond with my cast members that we're actually, like, we're very good friends now. Yeah. And we will be very good friends for life. It was amazing. Something
happened one day, we'll relive another memory, where you and Lincoln Lewis, you cheeky bastards, embarrassed the absolute fuck out of me. Right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You guys might not know that. I don't know if if any of you guys out there don't have, you know, a gay mate like Jay, go and get one, because it's fucking entertaining, right? Like, well, to an extent. To an extent. Right? So I'm going out with these guys. We're getting lunch. We go into the what was it, the shopping center where we were.
Yeah.
And I wanted to treat them all lunch, you know, and stuff like that. Like, I can be a good bloke every now and then. And of course, Jay turns around. There's these young girls, and what'd you say? Like, thanks, sugar daddy, or something? It was something fucking.
No, she turned around and she was like, oh, like, because we all ordered, and then she was like, who's paying? And then they were all standing there, and I'm like, Daddy's paying. And then I pointed at you.
It was fucking so embarrassing.
And they all pissed themselves laughing.
Because then Lincoln like,
was crying.
Shit. Like, and Charlie X, the exorcist that was there, he did a runner. That motherfucker left. He's like, I'm out. I'm not staying here. You know what? The one thing we never tried to do was exercise Jade Kevin Foster. And I think we should actually give it a crack. You know,
maybe.
Maybe we should try and exercise you. Well, there's something, you know, we can't give a spoiler out, but I am going to let people know that something happens to Jade or Orion in the movie. That's pretty fucking intense, actually. It's pretty out there. Now, Jade, you did have to undergo and do some stunts.
Yeah.
You had to undergo some heavy makeup.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you and I right now can't give it away to the fans, but what was that like? Because I remember that day. That was probably the closest day you and I had bonding-wise on set. For you in particular, because you were literally, this was the one day you were truly out of your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
You had to do everything. I wish we could tell you guys, but we fucking can't. But
I know.
it was very, very scary for you that day. But
Yep.
what was that like? Just give the audience a bit of a rundown on what that was like, doing a stunt and being in that position that day.
Yeah, so doing the stunts at first, learning how to do the stunts was exciting because there was a whole bunch of like action blockbuster, like ropes and stuff. I don't want to give anything away, but it was very exciting.
You just want to say it, but
I know. I just really want to say.
But trust me, people, this motherfucker wants to tell you. Trust me, he wants to tell you. Look at him.
I do. But then, you know what? It went from really exciting to actually me being really genuinely scared.
You were.
Because when we went in there to perform the scene and the other characters that were in there doing that role with me, it was a scary moment. And I kept on saying to myself when I was so excited to do the stunts, I'm like, okay, remember, you have to like act scared. Like, this is a scary moment. I didn't need to act.
No,
I was petrified for my life. It was that scary.
And look, throughout my career, dude, it's only a young career. I've done 5 films now, but I've been in situations with actors where I've had to hold their hand or help them out or make them feel comfortable and let them know that they're protected. And that was one of those days in particular in the kitchen scene that, you know, you had to do this stunt. We had to fly and all this, and with all the restrictions that you had. And I got to say, there was days that Jade Kevin Foster pissed me off, but this was the day that Jade Kevin Foster made me so proud. But it was like that. It was a proud moment. And that's something that you can remember for the rest of your life, you know, that you not only did this stunt, but you had to undergo all the obstacles that were involved in the stunt.
Yeah.
And you pulled that off. And I remember, like, you know, guys, sorry, I can't go any further because it'll be a massive spoiler.
You'll give it away, yeah.
It really will. But the thing is, dude, that I want you to never forget that moment, that day. You know, a lot of actors would love to just be in a feature film, but to be in that moment where you did what you did, you know, is really cool. And although we had a lot of practical effects and a lot of great moments in this film for a lot of different actors, for someone like yourself that's never accomplished that before, you can now say you've done it. You can say, I did my own stunts. I acted in a feature film. I can't tell you guys what that one was going to be, but I did that, you know. And I think that, you know, Orion is a fun character, you know, in this movie, and something that you and your family will be proud of for a long time. So maybe if you get another acting role, I'll give you a tip. No soft drink.
No soft drink.
No soft drink.
No soft drink. No soft drink.
For 5 weeks.
No soft drink at all.
Just in case they change the wardrobe on you at the last minute. No fucking
I know.
Jade, absolute amazing dude. I can't wait. We've got more teasers coming out. The trailer will come out in the coming months, which is the full trailer. A huge shout out to your fan base too for the love and support. I've been reading some of the comments that people have been putting on your post for The Possessed, and thank you guys as well. You know, movies are only what they are because of your fan base, or because of our fans and the horror fans and the movie fans. So thank you to you guys and everybody that supports, you know, indie film and supports Jade and this project. So thank you very much. And Jado, I can't wait for the premiere night, mate, to you know, see you walk down that red carpet. Maybe don't have any soft drink before it, you know, so you're perfect for it.
No soft drink. For 5 weeks prior to the lot prior.
As Bill Moseley once said to Sherry Moon, there is no fucking ice creams in your future. There is no soft drink in your future.
I don't know who those people are.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Did everybody hear that? Jade does not know who Bill Moseley and Sherry Moon Zombie are. If you guys could, actually, I'm not going to say anything. You guys need to comment and tell Jade who these two legends are. Jade, on that note, you know we love you, mate. We appreciate you. And, dude, I look forward to seeing you at the premiere, mate. Stay fucking awesome, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, brother. All right, so I think I'm trying to hit stop record, but I think we're still recording. So,
as long as we're not recording anymore, because I literally just put on a spray tan and I have like all like these dirty, like yucky.
I'm still recording.
What?
I'm still recording.
Don't. No, you're not.
Yes, I fucking am. And everybody knows. Welcome to Jade Kevin Foster.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we will see you later, brother.
Stop.
See you, dude. Goodbye. Any more tissues you want to take out?
Bye. Yeah, take that last bit out. You were still recording. You said you were still recording.
Yeah, no.